I woke the next morning with the sun filtering in through the wooden blinds. Yawning loudly, the girl had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it certainly was a lot bigger than the room back home. So Takehiro's obviously getting accustomed to this niceness, even though the modern technology is probably way better where he lives, and modern medicine. If he got like the flu, he'd probably die now. I don't know. It was early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend my morning gathering my thoughts. It was clear that in order to learn something about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I would even find the answers to some other questions that had been lingering on my mind for a while now. The fact that Machiko seems surprisingly nervous to mention Suri's name made me wonder about their relationship. What could it possibly happen to make Machiko react like that? I don't care. Takani, breakfast is ready. Could you go get One-sama? Oh no. Here comes another... Oh, it's good. I can already tell something bad's about that. Okay. No need to look for me, Taka-kun. Mako's voice reached me loud and clear. Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well? It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely. However, you seem to be getting along quite well with my sister. Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for the heart of my dear blah blah blah. Oh, is it not to your liking? I probably should save. There we go. Well, perhaps you would prefer Darling instead. You were watching us? Oh boy. But I didn't see you at all. Well, I am a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans is like playing hide and seek with a child. Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards? Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Heh. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them. Yeah, sure it was. Unfortunately, Mako does not have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion. It is her one magical blind spot. I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun for the Sundar Tyrant had caught you both. That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun? Okay, can we, look, I'm sure you're a nice gal, but I don't want to be in this different world time universe thing. And this is really boring. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. Mako-chan is waiting for us. Wait, did I miss something? Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen, with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed. That's great. Ah, good morning to both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are some oranges too. Ah, wonderful, thank you, little one. You are getting better at this. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast, it's good to be alive. Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well. Oh, come on. Really? That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recall the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about in return I return the favor and talk about mine? If they're interested, you know. Oh yes, I want to know. What are spirits like in your world? Spirits, you say? I thought about her question for a moment before I replied in a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folk tales. They appear in stories and certain religions even worship them, but it's not like we've got them running around like they do in this world. Folk tales? Worship? Your world is strange, Takakun. Yeah, our world is kind of strange. You mean judo? Blah blah. Fuck you. This is... fuck you. Sounds weird. Is the pole easy... is the pole easy like army or something? Your world is strange, Takakun. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no, the police is like the guardians of in this village. We do not have an actual army that defends the country, though. There's no army that defends Japan? Because I have a hard time believing that. Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. No, dang it, these oranges, they have worms in them. Ew, 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 I need some, check them again. Haha. As Mako went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. Do you gotta... is that right there necessary? It's such a relief to have her in such a good mood. It's been tough a few months, I will admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing fast enough. We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams, so little time for my judo, and it made me rather sad at times. That does sound rather stressful. It is rather stressful. I am studying for an exam myself this week, and I'm not doing a good job at it. Well, my situation is a bit different with most. I go to a school like everyone else. I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an up-and-coming tournament that will decide whether or not I am able to represent my country in judo. I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while I am still gathering knowledge to allow you to yourself a multitude of options. I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me? I believe that the sudden appearance in our world has a lot to do with Mako's newfound joy. I can hear her sing something I have not heard in weeks. That's great. I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you for busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what... Okay. Perhaps it is our hands. Perhaps it is out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Takakun. I have been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to repay me. For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned... No, none of that. I couldn't ask something... Okay. I'm not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile is enough. Yeah. Wait, what? You're a true gentleman, Takakun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such not... Oh, my God. The fox spirit giggled to herself as she turned towards the garden, watching Mako struggle to descend from top of the trees. Mako-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a fourth person. Okay, she's just going on about she doesn't want to talk about Siri, and I don't want to talk about it either. I don't want to talk about any of this. You don't understand, it's complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possesses. Okay, subtles, blah blah blah. There are, I suppose the way I suppose they would consider social skills, but for spirits. Okay, cool. Connecting the dots in my mind, I planted the palm against my forehead. Now I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because this Siri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you... Oh, I see. You swing that way. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed. Oh, you know why you feel disappointed. That's not true. Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however. It means you know, you like girls. Oh, really? Well, how about we forget about all that? We forget all about Siri for now, and I show you exactly which way I swing, Taka-kun. That won't be necessary, especially on YouTube. Don't want to get flagged. But she must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering. I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start teasing. You are perhaps less the gentleman than I thought you to be. A lovable rogue, perhaps? Or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type. Of course I'm a hero, a perverted one, but a hero nonetheless. Don't drag me into this Takahiro, please. Welcome back, Mako-chan. This music's been playing for 15 minutes! Oh my god. The apple shaped like a heart, interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this? Maybe I am. Lesbian sisters! Wincest!